It's been a busy year for the city of Sacramento. New partnerships, actions taking on a lot of key issues. And this morning, we're joined by Mayor Darrell Steinberg to catch up on exactly what is happening in the capital city. No better way than to wrap it all up in about 3 minutes, right?
Right. Sure, we'll go quick.
That's the assignment.
I might.
One of the big talking points really over the last year was the partnership between the city and county on homelessness. How has year one gone for you?
Well, we're off to a good start. And actually, by the numbers, we've seen a 28% increase in the numbers of people who have gone from shelter to permanent housing. We've seen a 55% increase in the numbers of people that have gone from the streets to shelter. We now have multidisciplinary teams, city and county, led by the fire department, out in these encampments, being very assertive about trying to find people help, but also saying that we cannot continue to have these large encampments of people. And what people are saying now in the city, in many parts of the city, that we have a long way to go, is that things are a little bit better. The city feels cleaner and safer, and we want to continue that momentum into 2024. So we have laid a foundation. I say it many times. When I started as mayor, we had less than 100 beds a night of temporary shelter. We're now up to 1,200 a night. The county is stepping up big time. They are now building and contracting for hundreds of beds. Together, we have hundreds of additional beds coming online. Combine that with our more assertive approach in these encampments and the mental health services, I can see the beginnings of a breakthrough. And as I said, people feel that we have a long way to go, but that the city feels cleaner and safer.
You have also, especially lately, been holding a lot of town hall meetings. What have folks said to you, aside from homelessness? What are some of the other concerns that you'd like to work on and really make a dent in over this next year?
Well, certainly it's always crime. And yet this year, the police chief reports that we've seen an 18% reduction in violent crime, a 40% reduction in homicides, a similar reduction in the number of shootings. Again, one is one too many. And so people talk about that, but I think people are also excited about the vibrancy in this city. Look, we've become the city of festivals, music festivals. Sure. I mean, and that's only growing. We've become the center of art and culture. While our downtown still has a long way to go, in part because the state workers, have not come back, at nighttime, it's alive. The food scene is growing like never before. And so there's a lot of positive to point to as we continue to move through the toughest period in recent history with the pandemic and all.
I know we got about 30 seconds left. What are you looking forward to over this next year? I mean, it has to feel surreal knowing that you have 1 year left in your administration.
My last year. I want to finish strong. I want to break ground or come close to breaking ground on the old Sacramento waterfront. I want to fund the regional youth sports facility. I want to continue our work with the rail yards around soccer and entertainment. I want to continue our progress on the homeless issue. And I want to continue to lay that foundation so whoever succeeds me hopefully can take it to the next level.
Absolutely. Mayor Steinberg, thank you so much.
Happy New Year and happy holidays to all of you at KCRA.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Brandy, back to you.